अविद्यायाम् अंतरे वर्तमानः स्वयं धीरः पंडितो मन्यमानः दंद्रम्यमानः परिसन्ति मूढा अन्धेनैव नियमाना यथान्धा अविद्यायामन्तरे वर्तमानः स्वयं धीरः पंडितो मन्यमानः दंद्रम्यमानः परिसन्ति मूढा अन्धेनैव नियमाना यथान्धा। गौड़ीय गोष्ठीपति
Shri Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada told that the duty, what is our actual duty? That dutifulness, what is there? That actual duty with that mind, that whatever we are actually doing, that all kind of duties we are doing, that is not at all bhakti at all by our material sense organs. With the actual dutiful mood, that whatever kind of so-called seva you are doing, that is not at all bhakti at all. This is totally different thing altogether. With the dutifulness or else that gratefulness that you are doing something, that all is actually the vritti of your heart. That Atma vritti, that is not at all there. Atma vritti is not at all there. That our dutifulness, gratefulness, that all actually is a vritti, transformation of your heart. This is not the transformation of Atma at all. In this material world, this morality is there. Punctuality, honesty, whatever you can see, that is whatever is there, that is not at all the actual vritti of Atma. That is not Atma Dharma at all. That with dutifulness, that by body, speech and mind, if you are doing that ego, on the basis of that, when you are doing something as in the form of a duty, and that the actual kriya of bhakti, that is all actually focused on Atma.
Out of pure love, जहाँ out of pure love किया जाए,
where out of pure love something is done, that is totally different. That with full of love, whatever you are doing, that is totally different. That is okay. So this discussion we were actually doing now, that Arjun, that actual situation of Arjun, Bhagavan is actually just speaking slowly, steadily to him. And that Dhir person, that who is actually stable, who is always established in Atma Tattva, that this material birth, old age, death, every Tattva he knows, that stable, intelligent person, sthir person. And Atma is actually Avinashwar. It is actually present, this Atma is present transcendently from infinity time, period, no time bound program. And those who are doing their duty, it is of two types. First is that after taking birth, you are actually staying. And the second is that there is no thing called birth, but still it is there. That Anatma Vastu, whatever you can see outside, that it can stay for some times in this material world after birth. Like yesterday I have discussed this point, that all those Mayavadi people speaking that this material world is not at all there. But Mahaprabhuji actually showed us, displayed us physically that this material world is there, definitely. But it is temporary in nature. That it is temporary in nature. For small time it is present, but it won't stay at all for a long time. It will stay for a very short period of time. It's temporary. And Mayavadi people, that they are having that kind of that one rope is actually hanging in the night time, that some shadow we are actually seeing as if it is one snake is there. But after that we have saw that that is not snake, this is just rope. So Mayavadi have this conception regarding this. But Gaudiya Vaishnav Darshan, this kind of vichar is actually coming regarding this, that those who are having that Brahm of the snake in the form of a rope, that we are having that misconception of snake in the rope, but that there is definitely one kind of thing called snake. If this snake, if there is one thing is not at all there called snake, then definitely that experience of snake is not at all there in your heart, that how that Brahma can come, illusion can come regarding that. That is the actual Gaudiya Vedanta Darshan, that they are actually speaking on the Mayavadis, that okay, you speak, okay, you are speaking that you are having that illusion of snake in a rope, but that where illusion of that snake, where from it is coming, that definitely that snake is there, definitely that its existence definitely is there, then its existence is definitely in his heart as well. That snake, that those who are having that illusion of a snake, that experience of a snake definitely will be there inside his heart, so that it is actually is very poisonous, venomous, and it will just bite us. So this, that you cannot disobey that at all. So Mayavadi's vichar is totally wrong here. And in the Sankhya Yoga as well, that Prakriti Purush Yoga, that I'll be just, Bhagwan is discussing in front of Arjun, that to Arjun he is actually showing that you see actually that this Sankhya Yoga, by according to Sankhya Yoga, that Panch Karmendriya and Panch Gyanendriya, that Panch Tanmatra and Panch Bhut, that Khipiyar Potej Marudvam, Spad Shabd Sparsh Roop Rasgandh, all this, all are actually 10, 5 Karmendriya and 5 Gyanendriya, that total 20, and mind, body, and this ego, it is 24 tattva are there, and sometimes there are 27 tattva as well. So all these 24 tattva, that those who are having the topmost knowledge about that in order to grasp in illusion, Maya, that is very difficult to get. So like this it is. So there is no thing to get fear of at all. And yesterday I was discussing that Atma, what is there, that Atma Vastu, what is there, that Atma, in order to destroy Atma is not at all possible. This is Avinashi, this is undestructible, you cannot destroy it, not at all possible to destroy it. This body, material body made of 5 elements, that can be destroyed. Why? Because that its existence is vritti, that is, it's destructible in nature. Everything is present there, all the six transformations are there in the material body. But this Atma Vastu, this is not at all possible to get destroyed. Just be sure, careful, this Atma Vastu, that is indestructible, you cannot destroy that. Like sun in the morning time, like the sun in the morning time is getting up at the time of sunrise, that different kinds of things can get manifested very easily. And this Atma, that Atma Vastu, this you can see, this all Atma Vastu, that definitely this material body it is, that but inside material body it is going inside in fine form, that Atma has such a kind of formation, manifestation, that whole body is getting active because of this. All the time this thinking should be there, that Atma Vastu is just like a sun, that the sun, as if whole material world is manifested because of sun, it is also in fine form, but this has that kind of manifestation work that in the Vedant which is being called Gunat Alagbat, means it is just like if you are actually qualitatively thinking of the qualities, then this is Gunak Alagbat. Alag means like that the alag, like a light is actually manifesting everything in front of us. In the same way, this Atma is also manifesting and making our body active. That this material body, that is actually material in nature, inert, but still if Atma is there, then this material body, that manifestation we can see. We can see the activeness of our body. That activeness of the body we can see very easily because of Atma. That Prakash Dharma definitely is there. That this manifestation of Atma Vastu is so much that this is actually just manifesting it. The whole body is getting manifested. Chakravarti Pad speaking that Laksha means resin, that inside resin, that there is topmost diamond or that topmost medicine is there. That if you are putting, then you can take it on your head, or else you can just put it at your chest, in between the chest. That the actual topmost medication of this resin will just go in the whole body. The whole body will get treated by that. So this Malaija Chandan, that if you are just taking one small tilak on your forehead, the actual Sital Bhav of the tilak, it will just make all the whole body will become calm and cool because of the actual manifestation of that Malaija Chandan. So like this Atma Vastu, this vichar is being told here. So like this Atma Vastu, the Bhagavan speaking the actual vichar of the Atma Vastu here. And
Antabant ime deha nitya shoktya saririnaha anasino aprameyasya tasmat juddasya bharat. Antabant ime deha. Matra sparsha jaise hai.
That matra sparsha are there in the same way.
Antabant ime deha nitya shoktya uktaha saririnaha anasino aprameyasya tasmat juddasya bharat. Nitya Avinashi, that Aprameyo Atma, which is transcendental in nature, that this to take this material body, that according to the previous karam phal, the jivas are getting that, but this material body is anitya, temporary, but that Atma Vastu is not at all temporary, it is transcendental, permanent in nature. It means that to do war at this time on the battlefield is the actual decision. To do war or not to do war, that as a Kshatriya you have this duty to perform the battle on the battlefield. That is the actual Shastra Vihit Karma. By not doing that, that is called Adharma. Tasmat juddasya bharata. Aprameyo, jiska
that aprameyo, that which cannot have some kind of approximation you cannot get at all. That is aprameyo. That you cannot approximate about that thing. That is so much. That so much vichar is there in that. Aprimeyo means that to get the approximation is next to impossible. That it is more and more finer and more finer. That Atma is so much fine, that object, Atma, that, but its manifestation is so much depth in deep, that it is in the very fine form, that even the scientific explanation couldn't explain it at all. That Atma, that is the actual Gyan Roop, actual Swarup of Gyan. About this, in order to get the actual information is not at all possible. So all this being told already.
Nayam atma pravachanena lobhyo no medhaya no bhu no suteno jam eva esha tena labho. Tasyaisha atma vibrinata tanusam.
So this all Upanishads, it is written in the Upanishads regarding this. And now
Hantaram jaschainam mannati hatam ubhauto na bijanito nayam hanti na hannati.
That if some unknowledgeableness is coming, some Atma is getting destroyed by that Agyan, that Atma can be killed by someone. That Atma, that who is actually killing Atma, they are thinking that they have killed that Atma, and Atma can be killed. If this kind of conception is coming in someone's mind, then both of the conceptions, the actual in-depth vichar of Atma, they don't know at all. That what is that Atma Vastu? That about that they don't have any information regarding that at all. They don't have that information at all. The what to do in that. The actual person will not accept it and they won't know. And Bhagavan speaking to Arjun, you see that this that I will be killing him, this Atma, that Atma can be killed. This kind of conception that is in both of them, the actual in-depth analysis of Atma, they don't have any knowledge about that. That's why they are speaking like that. Arjun, if he is putting this kind of question here, like this it is already written there. In the Shruti it is written that this material body, that Atma is actually manifested at that time. That all the kind of working which we can see in the body, which is at that time is manifested, that all kind of that consciousness being presented by is not of Jivatma at all. This kind of question can come that Maharaj, consciousness is definitely there, and because of that consciousness, whatever kind of activity is going on in the body, that in this material body, that this Atma, because of Atma is present there inside the body, that whatever kind of external activities what is going on, because of the consciousness you can see, that it is because of the Shuddha Chetan Jivatma, it is not of that. Why? Because the Shuddha Chetan Jivatma, there is only one duty of that, that is to do Bhagavad Seva. All the time to think of Anuchintan of Bhagwan, that to do Anukirtan of Bhagwan all the time. That is the actual work, actual duty of a Shuddha Jivatma. That by having this fine body as well, that previous sanskar according to that, that in someone this that topmost sometimes you can see a different kind of that sanskar you can see, and from the previous sanskar you can see something a very nice kind of swabhav means behavior you can see inside them very easily. So whatever kind of thinking you are having, making that Atma is there and Atma can be killed, so this all kind of wrong conception, there is not at all right conception at all. It is totally wrong conception.
No jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita bhana bhuyo ajo nityaha sashatvayam purano no hannati hannamane sari no jayate.
Now here actually I am putting this thing up, that Asti means that it is of two types to stay. One is he has taken birth and he is actually present, and the one object is that he is not at all taking birth but actually is permanent in nature. Both conceptions are there.
दोनों
Both the conceptions are there.
कंसेप्शन हो सकता है.
Both the conceptions can be possible.
आत्मवस्तु ये है,
That this
ऐसा
Atma
जन्म
Vastu,
लेने
he is actually taking birth. There is no birth and death at all. And this whole material world, whatever you can see,
उसका
that is
तो नित्य स्थिति
that is definitely there is no permanent stage at all. That this material world is not at all mithya, is not at all imaginary illusion, but it is temporary in nature. That to get entangled in it is not at all good. So this material world is not at all rubbish, it's not illusion, but it is temporary in nature. So
भविता वा न हुयो अजो नित्य शाश्वतोयम पुराणो न हन्नते हन्नमाने शरीरे. ये आत्मा का
this Atma is not at all taking birth at all. That death is also not there, but the birth is also not there at all. This Atma is, that Jivatma is not at all taking birth at all. This is actually the birth of your material body. Jivatma is not at all taking new birth at all. That it is, he is not at all dying as well. And again and again, that because of the 6 types of transformation being happening in his material body, Janma, Asitva, Vriddhi, this all is free from 6 types of transformation, your Atma. Anytime it can elevate and it can deprive. It's not possible for Atma. So all the time that Nitya Swarup of the Atma, that Nitya Vastu, Apakshay Shunna, it is not at all changeable at all. It means that it is more older than oldest. That Bhagavan, this all vichar I have already told from Upanishad. That if it is the Puranic, oldest of oldest, this is Nitya in nature. This Atma, that is Nitya, Notun, that is topmost Naveen, it is not at all old. All the time it's new and permanent. If the material body is getting destroyed, Atma is not at all getting destroyed at all. That by getting the body is destroyed, but still Atma is not at all getting destroyed at all. That to destroy Atma is not at all possible. Why? Because with material body, this material, that Atma having no connection, that actual Swarup connection is not at all there with this material body. That Atma with material body, there is no connection of Swarup with at all. That actual sambandh, actual relationship is not at all there. Yesterday I was discussing at this point that this body made of 5 elements, subtle body, inside this subtle body, that because the Atma is there. Now yesterday I discussed this point that this Atma Vastu Atma, that Prakriti and Purush, that for infinity period, because of the actual association of Prakriti and Purush, that the actual manifestation of one you can see on the other. That Atma Vastu, when you can see one is taking the body of a male body, and Atma when he is taking the manifestation of female body, that both of them, they don't have any this kind of information, that both of them cannot enjoy at all. This is totally misconception. This is Prakriti. This is inert in nature. That who is thinking himself as a male, Purush, that is actually just a temporary title. That now you are a Purush, but tomorrow, after death, you can get a new body. That I am this Purush, I am not female. This bhav can't be there at all. That in the other birth you can get other kind of conception. So this material body, when you are getting, whatever you are getting, that is Prakriti. That both of them, that Atma is there, that Purushakar is there. That's why it is called Purush. That inside male, what that Atma is there, that is Purush. And in female body also that Atma is there, that is also Purush. That is also Purush. That he is the Karta, he is the doer. That when they are enjoying themselves means that in that only one conception will be there, that is ego. That I am the enjoyer. And in between whatever is there, all is actually magic. That this Prakriti, this Atma in the material body is thinking that I am male and she is thinking that I am female. Nothing is there at all. And both of them, whatever kind of enjoying mood is there, in both of them, that is actually enjoying of Prakriti and Purush. That whatever Purush present in both of them, they are actually enjoying. This is inert in nature, this Prakriti. They are actually enjoying the inert Prakriti and they are thinking that they are enjoying themselves. But they don't have this conception that he is actually enjoying Prakriti and she is also enjoying Prakriti. He is just enjoying that fine material body of subtle elements. He is just enjoying that only, made of subtle form. And nobody having this sort of information. They are all in Maya. So like this. So this we are actually discussing for infinity period. This Purush and Prakriti, because of them having all together one manifestation you can see on the other. Prakriti maybe is actually achetan, unconscious, is inert in nature, but still this chetan, conscious, because consciousness is there inside that, it looks like as if it has some kind of pran, some life is there. Only Atma is there. Because of that activeness, that so much in-depth vichar of Prakriti and Purush we can see that slowly, steadily, we just need to think of that. Jivatma is not at all taking birth and not at all is dying. That is far distant thing to die. No birth and death. It is topmost nitya, permanent in nature. And the oldest of old it is. This material body made of 5 elements of this Prakriti, made by Prakriti, with this Atma, that actual Swarup connection, relationship is not at all there. Swarup relationship it means that Nitya relationship is not at all there. Maybe temporary relationship we have just made, but no. And when? Then we are getting the topmost knowledge of Sankhya Yoga, Tattva Gyan. We were actually taking that all kind of illusion. All actually is Maya. You can see very easily. Nothing is there in this at all. Nothing is there in this at all. Everything is Maya. You can see this is all illusion, temporary. Shashvat means Nitya. Shashvat, the actual meaning is Nitya. By this word, that this actually is being used in Shashvat, means that all the time it is being for infinity period, the Astitva is present in it. So this shloka in Upanishad also, in the Katha Upanishad, the same shloka is written. Like in the Gita it is written. In the Gita I have been told. In the same way, that same shloka is there in the Upanishad. So like this it is, that in Katha Upanishad also the same shloka is there.
Ajo nityaha shashvatvayam purano na hannate hannamane sarire. Sarir naske
that when the body is being destroyed, along with that, it has no connection with it at all. When the body is destroyed, it means that, oh Arjun, that you are actually like foolish, you are talking, that you are actually having this kind of conception, that you are having that udveg and restlessness, that this kind of agyan is there inside you, that you will be killing your gurus and relatives, that you are topmost jnani, you are thinking, most knowledgeable personality. But in actual, in the Katha Upanishad, another shloka, I have already told you in the starting, that it is actually definitely he is actually in the ocean of agyan, unknowledgeableness. Unknowledgeable he is. He is in the ocean of unknowledgeable. But himself, he is thinking himself that he is the topmost ocean of knowledge, that he is the topmost knowledgeable personality. He is thinking that he is thinking himself as Dheer, stable, and he is topmost Pandit. He is thinking that this realization is not at all topmost at all. That he is thinking himself, this is not at all realization, but he is thinking of it like that he is Pandit. So all these kind of complex personality, all those people with this kind of complex personality, they are actually going on this unstable pathway like a blind man. He is actually just getting the pathway by the other blind man, and is going into a deep blind well after that, because he's being guided by another blind man, as if it is impossible to come back from there. So one blind man is being guided by the second blind man, and he is giving him the pathway. That Prahlad Maharaj speaking this. Prahlad Maharaj, someone actually asked that who actually told this thing? You tell me. All this kind of foolish conception, who told you? All this Tattva Gyan that you are speaking, who actually told you this? That they have told you? That how they told you like this? From where they can tell? They themselves don't know about it at all. That they don't know about themselves, that how they can teach me? That your own selfishness, they don't have any information about the selfishness. Are Maharaj, they are actually selfish. Yes, they are selfish. But with this material body, whatever kind of profit and loss, selfishness, they are actually busy in that all the time. They don't know that their own actual selfishness of Atma, that the actual Nitya Sambandha, transcendental relationship is with Vishnu. That this, all these things, they are what they are thinking as stable, and profit and loss account they are making. That is this material body, that with this material body and with this material mind and heart, that with relative to those things, that whatever kind of profit and loss is coming, he is actually thinking as selfishness. But they don't know the actual selfishness, what is required. The actual relationship with Vishnu, that your Jivatma, that actual relationship, that Vishnu is the topmost transcendental relationship I am having with that. That he don't know. He don't have this information. Why? Because that his desires, his durashaya, that all actually rubbish desires are there. All the time he is busy in Vyasan. Bad Vyasan, he is actually busy in that. In this, that vichar is coming, that what is the actual inner meaning and what is the external meaning of this. That vichar actually is coming inside. That this material body and heart, by that by this material body and heart and your material sense organs, that which all the time is actually accepting as a mode of enjoyment, that I can get enjoyment, I can take nice sleep and I can take nice food and some nice, if I can see a nice prostitute dancing, then I can get some enjoyment. So like this, all this vichar of these people, that whatever kind of material sense organs and whatever demands of this material sense organs are there, that in order to just fulfill that up till last, you won't get the actual yukti out of that at all. When you will get the topmost completeness in that, not at all possible. That incompleteness will definitely be there, unsatisfaction will be there, because there is no peacefulness in his mind at all. On this pathway of Jad Bhog, that there is no one kind of peacefulness at all. Only all the time there is jealousy and jealousy, that's it. Like in the fire there, if you are giving some ghee, that you in fire you are actually giving some ghee, that in order to just the fire will go on increasing if you will put ghee into that. So definitely it is possible like that, that inside fire, that if you are giving ghee and butter, then fire won't extinguish, it will just increase, it will not deprive, the elevation will go on. Why? How it is possible? You tell me. That respective, that all our material sense organs are there, each and material sense organ, that if for this satisfaction, whatever you have done from your birth up till now, that kind of that topmost satisfaction nobody is getting. That ears also have that, your skin, that your tongue have a satisfaction. Who actually is speaking? You can't satisfy them at all. That topmost satisfaction is done of some of the sense organs, you tell me. That is, you tell me it's not at all possible. Why? Because it's not possible to give them satisfaction. That the actual example is given, like there you are putting butter or ghee in fire, then the fire won't extinguish, it will increase. So this kind of example if you are taking, then you can very easily understand that one blind man is actually can't give the pathway to the other blind man, not at all possible. That the inner meaning of this is that Atma, those who are actually in the find of that Atma, Antararth means that the Atma Vastu who are actually taking, that there's who have already ignored the external darshan, that yes, they are actually seeing everything they are doing, but they don't have that false eager, that doership is not at all there inside them, no enjoying mood is there in them at all. That their internal darshan, internal sight is there inside them. That internal sight means that very in-depth darshan, that very fine darshan, tattva darshan they are having. That Bahirarthamane means that whatever all the jivatmas, bonded jivas are there, all the bonded jivas, they are having that external darshan all the time. That internal darshan, those who have that internal tattva darshi, that those who are having that Atma darshan, they are slowly, steadily, they inside their heart, they are actually searching that Atma Vastu. And external darshan, those who are having external darshan, they are actually having that external darshan only. They are least interested about their Atma darshan. Why? Because they don't know their actual selfishness, because they are actually all getting entangled in illusion. So whatever they are seeing by their external sight, what they are actually having this kind of thinking, that is by their external thinking, and they don't have any kind of internal sight at all. Internal thinking is not at all there in them at all. Bahirarthamane means that in the external jagat, that in order to get anand, topmost enjoyment, just by getting topmost enjoyment, he is actually just going hither and thither direction. And for external darshan, those who are doing internal darshan, that they are in the search of Atma darshan, they have that inside vision all the time. That internal darshan all the time is there inside them, at all the time. All the time they are having that Atma darshan. So this So up till in they are actually all getting they are in full false ego, but still they are thinking themselves as the topmost knowledgeable personality and the topmost pandit they are, but they are nothing. So, and those who are actually having this kind of kutil behavior, which is very critical and difficult to follow, just like one blind man is giving a pathway to the other blind man. So they are actually, all the persons who are falling like this, they are actually getting into deep trouble. That's it. So like this, in this present world, that blind disciple and blind guru, that parampara is going on, of a blind guru and blind disciple. So in this way, in this material world, that like a blind guru and blind disciple, this parampara is actually going on in this whole material world, and whole material world is actually getting destroyed because of that. If someone actually doing some if someone is actually discussing about the actual gyan, topmost knowledge, then they are speaking, oh, don't go there, you will just destroy yourself. They are all actually foolish. They are actually, maybe all actual shastra vichar is being done there, but that foolish person like a beast, he is speaking that, he is speaking that there is a lot of disrespect. Oh, your father is getting disrespect or what? Huh? That he is speaking that disrespect is there. All actually, if you are speaking all rubbish, then it's good. If you are speaking all shastra vichar, then that disrespect is coming. That who actually told him that his father knows? I don't know. So like this kind of condition, it is being there all the direction, all the 4 direction, you can see this condition now. So like this kind of, for asuras, it's good. So they are thinking that you can just, you can enjoy, you can drink, you can eat, and you can take money, and then like this you can enjoy yourself. That's it. That you can do the shastra vichar, that is not at all good. You just need to stop that. So this is the actual present condition of a blind guru and his blind disciple and his blind parampara. That in whole world actually is being getting spreaded. Whole material world it is being getting spreaded. That whose actual luck is good, then he can get that, and whose luck is very bad, he will just die. Up till what point like a dog I can speak? Up till what point I can go like a dog and speak like that? Who will listen? So like this vichar, this being told. There is ajo, that no birth is there of this. That it is staying for the nityakal, permanently, for transcendently it is staying. This material body, when it's going away, it won't get destroyed at all. The Atma Tattva won't get destroyed. That is Atma Vastu. So like this, if you are making this vichar, you can see that definitely, in reality, that maybe in the Shruti it is being told, this etc. all this being spoken. Prabhupada also making this vichar, that for normal persons, they are thinking, normal people, that physical assault, to do that is actual hinsa. To do physical assault on the body. This is the conception of this whole material world. That physical assault on this material body, just to do seva of this material body and to just do physical assault on this material body, this is their actual vichar. But Prabhupada speaking that this material body means this is one kind of, they are all actually busy in the external wrapping. They are serving their external wrap, like a fruit external wrap is there. In the same way, external wrapping they are actually serving. That's it. That hinsa is just of the wrapping. That's it. External wrapping. That's it. And on the Atma, definitely it's a hinsa. It doesn't mean that Prabhupada speaking that you are actually cutting. That's it. No, he's not speaking like that. Definitely this is hinsa. But Prabhupada speaking the actual vichar is that Atma, that actual dharma of Atma, the actual Atma Dharma, that if you are doing Anyaya on Atma, if you are not at all putting the Atma onto the pathway of Bhakti, you are stopping it to go towards the actual Bhakti pathway. Like Hiranyakashipu, he is doing Hinsa. He is not allowing Prahlad Maharaj to go onto that pathway of Bhakti. Hiranyakashipu actually is doing Hinsa, actual Hinsa. Hiranyakashipu is doing. Hiranyakashipu is now actually to Prahlad Maharaj that Hiranyakashipu, in order to do Bhakti, he is stopping Prahlad Maharaj to do Bhakti. Hiranyakashipu. In Bhagavad Ji also it is written, no? That Jivatma, that actual death of this material body, that actual death of the Jiva, those who are not at all stopping them, at this material body, what is there actually, it's not related to this material body. That Jivatma, that actual Nitya Gati, Nitya, that Bhakti, what is there associated with that in the pathway of Bhakti, you can get the topmost nectar in that. And those who are stopping that Guru is not at all there. That Shukracharya is not at all actual Guru. That he is that Arthakari Vidya, that material Vidya, what is there with Shukracharya, that material, that he is actually material Guru. That of what this material world, that whatever kind of different selfishness he is actually showing that pathway. So he is not at all actual Guru at all. That's why Prahlad Maharaj, that he is actually not at all accepting his vichar. And Prahlad Maharaj is the actual Guru. That actual Guru is called Prahlad Maharaj. That Atma Tattva Guru he is. Srila Prabhupada is speaking that this Atma, actual natural function of the soul is actually Bhakti. That onto the pathway of Bhakti, in order to stop that is the topmost Hinsa. That is topmost Jiv Hinsa. That in Goshti Bhajan, if you are staying, then one person is actually doing nice bhajan, then he is actually getting stopped. Everyone is stopping him. He is actually just killing him. That they don't know that Srila Bhaktivinoda Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, his disciple, from Punjab, very nice boy he was. He was from a very nice family as well. Srila Puri Goswami Maharaj in Vrindavan Mutt, he used to stay. And he's speaking that you just tell some Anuvad and something, and slowly, steadily, after just finishing my afternoon seva, I used to just tell him, very nice boy he was. And when he just went to preaching, he just started fighting with him. Why? Because he's getting nice Tattva Siddhant, because he just stayed with me and he knows the Shastra Vichar. And when he know, then others are actually fighting with him. Why? Because his character is bad, or what is bad? Because he is speaking Harikatha, so what is the meaning of just fighting with him? That definitely that natural pratishtha will come in him if Harikatha is there. So for that purpose, if you will be just fighting with him, that's not at all good. So this is the vichar nowadays. This material world, this vichar is only there. What to do? So if in Goshti Bhajan you are staying and you are doing hinsa with one another, that actual bhakti you are not at all doing, that you are, it is one kind of nice arrangement, very very nice arrangement it is. Like a hotel, you also take, I can also take, you can also enjoy, I can also enjoy, you can see mobile, whatever you want to do in the night time, whatever you can do. Okay, some seva you can do. You foolish number one. What do you mean by seva? Are seva Maharaj we are doing. What seva you are doing? What seva? This is seva. Foolish number one. This is seva. Maharaj is seva. Are what seva you are doing? This is not seva at all. Or total actually misconception. All degradation of humanity is gone. What to do? That actually topmost degradation is there. What to do? That myself I have seen that. That in the morning time he is doing kirtan at the stage, and night time what he is doing, oh my God, I can't even speak in front of you. And if I'll speak, that he will just cut me. Okay, you want to kill me, he can kill me, whatever is your wish. So just by seeing him, that Guru Vaishnavas are having this kind of and if Guru Vaishnava are blind, then what to do? He himself is in Maya, then what pravachan he can give, tell me? And all other person will also get die who are actually following that blind Guru. Nobody is there to save them. Lot of persons are there to give money. If you won't give money, then lot of persons are there to give money. But this Tattva Gyan, thus nobody is there to, even infinity crores of rupees if you will spend, that definitely you will get destroyed. Nothing you will get in your life at all. That no, their whole mind system getting upset totally.
Nayam bhutva bhavita bhanavriyo ajo nityateti hantikam veda avinasinam nityam jainam ajamadvayam katham sapurushaha parthokam ghateti hantikam.
That Atma, which is actually this information you are getting, that Atma is not at all destroyable, it is not destructible, which is Nitya, Abhay, this kind of information if you are getting, that Divya Gyan, that O Parth, that this Purush is not at all, this Purush can kill and this anyone, this Purush can kill anyone, you can think. Or else someone will getting killed by this Purush. You tell me, because not at all possible like that. How it is possible? That who will kill who? How you can kill Atma? Not at all possible. So like this vichar is there. That this is Vinashunya, non-destructible. And this is Nitya, this kind of information if you are having. Then that for that Atma Vastu, this material body, that definitely this material body made of subtle elements will get destroyed. And for Atma Vastu to think of that, this is just foolish people thinking of that. Those who are Agyani, those who don't have that knowledge of that absolute truth, they are thinking like that. That's why Tattva Gyan, that Dharma Vivek, that both of them side by side we actually discussed here. But it doesn't mean here that I will just cut someone, I'll be taking the meat of someone, I'll take this. Not like that. It's not written like that. If someone actually having that misconception, Maharaj, actually this Atma Vastu not there, oh okay, you can eat. No, not like that. In that, this is actually total misconception you are creating in your mind by having this kind of thought process. This kind of thought process that I will be destroying the body of other, that according to your own karmafal, that you will be going and he will be just destroying your own body, and according to his own again karmafal, he will be just doing the again cycle of birth and death, he will be going according to that. But if I am cutting someone and I will be just murdering someone and just eating it, no, it's this vichar is totally absurd, this vichar. You can't do like that at all. That Atyantik Swechachari, that they are actually according to their Om Karamphal, they will be enjoying that, what I can do in that. Everyone, every jiva has to just enjoy their own Karamphal, what to do. Bhagavan speaking that you see,
Yatha vihayo navani grinnati naro aparani tatha sarirani vihayo jiranani anyani sanjati navani dehi. Basansi matlab apna
Basansi means that there is no cloth, external cloth. All the jivas what are there, that all actually clothes are there, that already all get old and torn, that you just need to throw it away and you just need to take a new one that is actually natural. That you just need to take a new one by throwing the old torn one. Bhagavan Shri Krishna speaking that you see, Like this only it is.
ऐसा ही विचार
This
है।
is the actual vichar here.
अगर शरीर
That if this material body, after getting slowly, steadily, it is growing up. This material body, Kishore Leela it is doing, then Jovan Leela, and then he is going into the
जीर्ण शरीर जीर्ण से
death trap.
शरीर जो है
After that, this subtle body,
छोड़ के
this after leaving that,
संजाति नवानी देही समग्र रूपे
that
दूसरे एक शरीर को चल
that another body you just need to
दूसरा एक
take
शरीर
up.
लेके
Another
पुनः
body
पैदा हो जाता है।
that he will be taking birth by taking a new body.
सूक्ष्म शरीर जो कारण
That
शरीर है,
fine body which is the actual reason of your birth and death, that this it will be just taking birth into the other body, that is the actual called a fine body. In fine form it
इसी
is.
कारण शरीर है
That's why its name is a fine body. Why? Because this is the actual reason because of which that you just need to go from one uni to the other. You are transforming yourself. You are going from one body to another.
इसीलिए भगवान
That's why Bhagwan that fully,
एकदम
that
सुंदर
totally, very nicely,
विचार
Bhagwan
बनाए
is
कि
making this
वासांसि
vichar.
जीर्णानि, वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहायो नवानि गृह्णाति नरो अपराणि तथा ऐसा ही
So like this,
शरीरानि विहायो जीर्णानि संजाति नवानि दे देही मतलब ये
Dehi means that this Atma,
शरीर का अंदर जो बैठा
that
हुआ है,
inside what is sitting inside this subtle body
कैसे चलता है
and fine body. How your fine body is working.
जब शरीर को
When
छोड़ता
your
है,
body you are leaving, that Jivatma is leaving his body,
थोड़ी छोड़ने का
that
बाद
after leaving this body, where the Atma is going,
बहुत गहरा
very in-depth vichar is there. That is the actual speed of the
जो
Atma.
आत्मा
That Atma
ऊपर
which is going above and above, this vichar he already made by doing bhajan. That according to that bhajan, because of that bhajan, that bhur bhuvasvaham mahajano tapo, that satya lok, up till that it can go by his bhajan, own bhajan.
और सत्यलोक में
And
जाके
Satyalok, when he is gone, he can stay there for some times. That with Brahma ji, that at Mahapralaya, at the time of Mahapralaya, he can stay up till that point. After that,
जो जीवात्मा
and
भजन
which
करते
Jivatma
करते
he is
ऐसा
doing
स्थिति
bhajan,
को
he has just attained that transcendental situation, that after leaving his material body, that it means that after leaving his body, Bhur Bhuvasvam Mahajano, it will not go there. He will directly go to that Vaikuntha platform. And those who are actually gradual promotional procedure, if they are following,
promotional procedure
that is gradual promotional procedure, slowly, steadily, that he is actually promoting himself. Maybe someone is that, like Gop Kumar has shown, that I am not at all feeling good here. Slowly, steadily, he is going up and up, and his karam-phal is very good. So by that karam-phal, he is actually moving slowly, steadily. So direct mukti and krama mukti, Srila Jeev Goswami Pad in Sandarbha already written about that.
और
And
ये जो जीवात्मा
this
है
Jivatma, what is there,
जो
that
बंधन दशा में है,
that it is
भजन
all,
में कोई बात
he is
नहीं।
not at all doing any bhajan,
ये सब
but he is in
बातों के
Anand
जीव जो
Dasha,
है,
that all these bonded
बंधन जीव
jivas,
अपना शरीर छोड़ने
that
के
when he will be
बाद
leaving his body,
न जाने कहाँ
that
कहाँ भटकता है।
where he will go, he don't know about that.
बड़ा आत्मा का गति गहरा
That
गंभीर
this
है।
Atma, the speed of Atma is very
ये
in
आत्मा
depth.
निकल गया,
That Atma has gone from this
बारिश का
material
साथ
body,
किसी
and
भूमि में गया,
that it is going in some other uni,
अनाज
and
ये
this with the rain, that this grain and rice, anything it can just go in, and someone if will take, that he will be getting power, and by that power will be getting transferred into the womb of some mother. So like this,
समय आएगा
that time will come definitely.
जिस समय हम ये सब
At
चर्चा
that
दिखाएंगे।
then I will be discussing this point.
गहरा विचार है।
Very in-depth vichar is there, that this Atma Vastu, where it is going, where it is traveling, and after that, that again when how it is going into the other yoni, how is taking up the other body,
शरीर
and this fine body,
का साथ कैसे चलता
how actually is moving with Atma.
है? इसका जवाब ये
That
है,
the answer of this is that
जैसे कि एक
like
बगीचे में
in one garden,
ढेर सारे
that there are a lot of flowers are there, very nice beautiful flowers are being there in a garden,
गुलाब जुई
that rose, lotus petals, different flowers,
का महक जो है,
and the fragrance of the flowers,
फूलों का महक जो है
the fragrance of the flowers by the actual blown of the air, that it is just coming inside my nose. And we understood that this as actually garden is there and the flowers are there, very very beautiful fragrant flowers are there, like the fragrant flowers. With the air actually it is coming in my nostrils, and I can understand that it is coming from the garden. In the same way, when Atma Vastu Atma, when it is going from the body, going out from the body, that with that Karan Sharir is also not at all, that Karan, the fine body will also go with them. It's like a smell, like you can see of the flowers in the garden, that with the Jivatma, that fine body is also going with that. That fine body is not at all leaving Jivatma. Why? Because Jivatma now, that Jivatma now, his situation in there is like that it is actually connected with that fine form, because that realization is not there about that Jivatma, of that Atma Tattva, because he is the actual Sevak of Bhagwan. This kind of realization he couldn't get up till now. That's why this fine body will stay with you up till when this kind of Atma Tattva Gyan about that absolute truth you won't get at all. When you will not go away from that. Up till that, this kind of birth and death cycle you will be going. Wherever you will go, your Jivatma, whatever yoni you are attaining, that this fine form will definitely go along with that. It won't, it will just arrest you wherever you go. In this situation, the Jivatma, in which yoni it will go. In that yoni, that this fine form, that fine body, that actual Karan body will also go with that. And it will just take that fine body, and that same fine body will take the manifestation there. It is not externally, you can see, like the fragrance of the flowers is coming in with the air. Without the support of air, it won't go. In the same way, it needs the support of Jivatma. When Jivatma is just taking the other body and is going into the other body, then only it can connect with that Jivatma. Because having this subtle body is of no use. It is unsupportive without Atma. It's just like the air. With the support of air, we can get the fragrance of flowers. In the same way, that it is also going with the Jivatma and get connected. And it is also coming with the Jivatma. And he is also in a playing mood, that because of the previous sanskar what he is having, he is also a player. And he is also showing his playing mood. Because Jivatma don't know that in Chaitanya Charitamrita also a very nice example is there regarding this. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is very very nice example. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad speaking. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad speaking, that Pishachi, like there one Pisach, one ghost, is actually just grasping someone, that whatever his mati, all vichar, is actually getting destroyed completely. In the same way, that Pisachi at the same time, that actual mood he is actually expressing, that if some Pretatma or some ghost, if entering in the body of someone, before that he is actually making this vichar, that whether what is the degree of his consciousness. That actual degree of consciousness, what is, up till what point it is, that I can just come inside this body, and if I can't get inside, then I won't be successful, I get unsuccessful, because if degree of consciousness is more, then I can't go. So this ghost, that Pishach, that is the actual work, that is the first work, that inside him, that how much degree of consciousness is there inside him, that how much good sanskar he is having or bad sanskar he is having, that his efficacy, his acharan and purity, how much it is. If nothing is there, then it's very easy for him or her to just get inside that body. That Rashi is also very light and it's very easy to grasp him. Why? Because nothing is there inside him. No acharan is there. Efficacy is not there. Nothing is there. So very easy to just grasp him. And if no acharan means that his degree of consciousness is nothing. It's zero. If acharan is not there means, what do you mean by acharan? Acharan means, what do you mean by acharan? Acharan means that achar, that what he is doing. So if what is acharan? What he is doing? Acharan, if it's there, that sadachar, that is called sadachar. Purity, how is maintaining. What do you mean by sadachar? That which is all the time staying nitya. That acharan, what we are doing, that we have that truthfulness, it actually getting tally with that. If our acharan, it is not getting tally with the truth, then everything is false. That is acharan. So the achar, that sadachar is very less. If sadachar is less, means that acharan is less. And acharan is less means that consciousness is less. And if consciousness is less, then his actual transformation of consciousness is very less. It means that Pishach and Ghost, Pretatma can very easily get inside his body, his or her body. The first work is of that Pishach is just to cover her consciousness or his consciousness. Exactly this example of Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita I am actually explaining, that his or her consciousness, that totally he just will uncover that. And after that I'll be taking this material body, with that playing mood he will be playing, that's it, according to his own mood. Now Pretatma, he has just in fine form, it is coming inside that body, and after just taking over the functioning of all the body, that is consciousness being covered by the actual consciousness of that Pretatma, and just by covering that consciousness of the Jivatma, that he started playing in a playing mood. And now this Pretatma is just playing in a playing mood with that Jivatma. So that is actually called, that is the one and the same thing what I am speaking. That Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad is speaking the same point in front of us. Like Pishachi, just a ghost is actually catching you, your natural behavior, natural consciousness is totally changed. Is not at all it is getting deprived, getting depreciated. And that Mayavad Jivas, for them, that is the actual natural behavior. It is getting elevated automatically. So that's why his own all whatever kind of activities of Jivatmas, bonded Jivas are like ghost. Sometimes in cross quarter he is going, sometimes he is going in here, there, he started gambling and he is doing all rubbish things with the girls. So like ghost, his acharan is like that. That bonded jivas, that bhav what is there inside them, that is, that just like, it's just like a pisachi, like a ghost. That natural consciousness behavior is not at all there. That natural consciousness is that to follow the sadachar, that for Bhagwan, that to get the bhakti of Bhagwan, that is the natural instinct, natural function of your soul, to do bhakti of Bhagwan. And now, just by speaking all this, Bhagwan, Shri Krishna, now he is speaking to Arjun that you see,
Nainam chindanti sastrani nainam dhavati pavakaha na chainam kledanti apo na society marto.
The different kind of yukti Bhagwan is giving, from different angles he is explaining. From different angles, Bhagwan is actually explaining to Arjun. Nainam means na enam. That Shastrani, that this Atma Vastu, that for weapons, it cannot get killed. You cannot cut it by any weapon. That by Astra Shastra, by weapons, it cannot get cut. That this Atma Vastu, that it is not at all possible to just lit up with fire. You cannot burn it in fire at all. That pavak means that a fire cannot burn it at all. That air cannot blow it away. That water cannot drown it. Water cannot drown it. Water cannot drown it. That air cannot dry it.
अब आत्मा वस्तु क्या चीज है?
And what is that Atma Vastu? You can make a vichar like that. So Atma Vastu, how it is like that? That by these weapons you cannot cut it. That even up till now, I'll give you example. When one Brahmin, that after the birth of his son, automatically he got killed in Dwarka. That same Brahmin, in that capital country, he is just coming to Dwarka and speaking that his king, what present king, definitely he is adharmic in nature. He is speaking, that Brahmin. That he is adharmic or what? After taking birth, that my son is getting killed, how it is possible? That this country capital, definitely that some sinful activities, because of that the result I am getting, because of that my birth, by birth only my son is getting killed automatically, that he just not liking it and speaking. And Arjun was also there in the Sabha, and Arjun speaking that, Arey, what you can do? That even Pradyumna, everyone can't do anything. That Pradyumna, Aniruddha, all were actually, I am not Aniruddha and Pradyumna. My name is Arjun. My Gandiv is my actual weapon. Okay? I can just save your all children. You go. When at the time of birth of your son, that you just call me. And when then at the time of birth of his son, that he called Arjun there, and Arjun, by the actual help of Gandiv, that first work he has done, that the Atma Vastu, I won't allow it to go away, because he has made one arrow to go there, so that he has made one cage of arrows. Even air can't go out of that. Such kind of pillar he has just made with the arrows, so that no Jivatma can go away. So like this he is actually just sitting there. Up till now I will see how the Jivatma can go. But only one point, that Atma, that you cannot stop Atma at all. That maybe that son just taken birth, and after taking birth immediately he left his body. Oh, what happened? That Arjun couldn't stop it, and the Brahman become very, his cleave, he's very, that he's speaking big thoughts in front of me, and Arjun wants to speak that this boy I can't save, that I will just go into the fire and just leave my body. I will just burning my body in the fire. And after that, you already know what happened. Bhagavan Shri Krishna didn't that he just made the fire burned up, and Krishna stopped him. I will show you where the Atmas are, where the sun is. And Lokalok Parbat, they just went on the Rath with the horse, transcendental horse, that they were just taking the Rath. They just went to Mahakalpur, that at the place of Bhoma Purush, and a lot of darkness is there. They just went to Bhoma Purush, and Bhoma Purush become very much happy, and he started doing glorification of Bhagavan Shri Krishna just for getting the darshan of a lotus feet. I just am doing that. Bhagavan speaking that, okay, that you are thinking that where Atma is gone, the actual speed of Atma is very in depth. You see where the Atma is gone. That Bhuma Purush speaking that I am already taking this in order to get the darshan of your lotus feet. So like this vichar actually being told, that so like this vichar actually being told. And after that it is being told here, Achid, that this is not at all an object by which you can do achedan of that vastu, of that object. You cannot burn it, you cannot cut it. That object can't be cut, can't be burnt. and can't be blown away by air, and by water it won't be getting drowned away. It is not possible. That same Atma Vastu, that object, that it won't get dried up by the wind. So this is Nitya in nature, transcendental in nature. That is transcendental in nature. And this is Sarvagata. Sarvagata means that all the time is transcendently present. It is actually unstable. It is not at all transformable. All the time it is Nitya and constant in nature. This is constant in nature. That Sanatan Vastu, it is without any transformation. And with this Jivatma, this Atma Vastu, this is Nitya in nature. This is Achal and Sanatan. All these kind of properties and characteristics of Atma already being described by Krishna to Sri Arjuna.
Avyakto ayam achinto ayam avikaryo ayam uchchati.
This is Avyakta. His speed actually is Avyakta. You cannot relate it. The actual speed of Atma is very, very serious and in depth. Nobody can understand the speed of Atma. That's why it's Avyakta. Nobody can measure it. It is immeasurable. And if you are making so much thought process with your mind, that is Achintya Vastu. That is out of your consciousness. You cannot get it. And it is without any transformation. No transformation can be seen at all. If you are thinking like this, that what kind of shok is there inside you? If someone is thinking this point, that for him, distress and sorrow is not at all there.
Nityaha sarvagataha sthanu rachalo ayam sanatana. Avyakto ayam achinto ayam avikaryo ayam uchchati. Tasmat evam viditvainam nanu sachetum marhasi.
All this kind of information when you are getting automatically, that this Atma Vastu, for that to just show distress and sorrow, this is not at all good. That this is not the actual prospect of sorrow and distress after knowing this Atma Vastu. So like this, Bhagwan slowly, steadily about Atma Vastu, that Vichar is actually telling us. That Jivatma, whatever kind of these qualities and characteristics are there of Jivatma, that in the first shloka, that whatever kind of qualities and characteristics I have already told you, that in all these shlokas, that previously I have already made this Vichar. I have already shown you the actual Vichar, that Atma is like that. I have already shown you that it's like that automatically, altogether. Now Bhagwan, now making this Vichar and speaking that, you see, it's like that. So what is the actual point of getting distressed on this point? That what kind of distress and unhappiness you are having. This is not at all good to have unhappiness and distress.
Atho chainam nityayatam nityam va mannase mritam tathapi tvam mahavaho nainam sachitum arhasi. Nainam sachitum arhasi.
Even if you are actually just disregarding my point, what I am speaking, and you are making your other Vichar, that if you are also thinking like that, that this Atma is actually taking new birth, that is and it is also dying as well. If you are thinking like this, then
then this kind of yukti, conception, you are not at all understanding the Shastra Vichar. And if you are maintaining your own Vichar, that you are not at all thinking that this Atma is Nitya, is not at all Nitya and is taking new birth, then you are going against the Shastras, that he is also getting killed. If this conception is still there inside you, then also that to do distress and sorrow is not at all good, because you are yourself speaking that he is taking Nitya birth and Nitya death is there. If this vichar is there, then still you don't have any kind of distress and sorrow inside you. That oh Mahabaho, that for that to think oppositely and to have distressful and sorrowful mood is not at all good at all. Why? Because you yourself speaking that it is taking birth and death, but it's Nitya in nature. You already understood that okay, it will just die and he will take birth, but still that there is no point of getting distressful at this point. So like this, in this way, Bhagwan actually speaking to Shri Arjun about regarding Atma Tattva, that even in all these human beings, all these bonded jivas, they are so like this. Even if I can take your own vichar only, that he has taken birth, then definitely his death will also be there. Definitely that death will definitely be there if birth is there. That if death is there, then birth will definitely be there. That definitely it is there. If he is taken birth, then death will also be there. And if his death is there, then again birth will be there. So this is according to your vichar, your own vichar. That this object, this kind of vichar you are actually putting, that which is inevitable in nature, that for that which object is inevitable, which will definitely gonna happen, nobody can stop that. That for that, in order to just get to cry, what is the use of crying in that? You tell me. In that there is no use at all for crying at all for that object, that Atma object, that is very, very in depth, the speed of the Atma. That Atma Vastu, that who is actually accepting something, that only and only he can understand about that Jiva Atma Vastu. And others, those whatever kind of lectures you can hear, whatever kind of part you are doing, that you couldn't understand that Atma Vastu at all on your own. Anyhow, this Atma Vastu, he cannot, actual understanding he won't get at all.
अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्त मध्यानि भारत अव्यक्त निधनान्येव तत्व का परिवेदन किसके लिए सोच रहे?
For what thing you are actually thinking? Because Atma and the speed of Atma, if you are thinking that if it is getting killed, then where it is gone, you don't know about that. And sometimes it is becoming abhyapta. And sometimes it after leaving his again he is taking a new body, but you couldn't see if he has left his body, that you couldn't see the Atma Vastu. It means that sun is gone and it again rise next morning, then again gone, then again rise, and after rising it can stay and again it's going. So in between that there is Sthiti Kal, that Sthiti Kal of the sun, like when it's rising and when it's setting, that in between that Sthiti Kal, what is there, when the sun is stable, that body is also like that. When Atma is just taking this body, new body, that at that time we can understand that this is Atma. And again actually he is leaving body, where it is gone, no, don't know.
अव्यक्तो निधन्यान्येव तत्व का परिवेदन अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तो मध्यानि भारत बीच में दिखाई पड़ता है.
In between you can see that, and front and back you could not see it at all where it is actually.
अव्यक्तो निधनान्येव तत्व का परिवेदन ये बीच में एक बार
That in between, that for sometimes you can see it, but again it is actually getting vanquished. So what kind of thinking you can see? You cannot think of that at all. So like this, different kind of names, different kind of bodily transformation, and different mother fathers sanskar. Actually now you are actually taking a birth in that, like that. So like this, in this anitya vastu, you definitely have to think of that is not at all good. You should not put any heed towards all these anitya temporary things. So thinking of that is actually useless. That from the sand you are taking different kinds of pots, and in those pots you are putting that Parashar is speaking here, that the sand which is there, that is in the form of pots, it is there. And when the pot is getting destroyed, so where that pot is gone? You cannot see it. When that sand is actually transformed, when you are actually making a different kind of shape with that, then that pot is given. That the name of sand is not pot. The sand is just taking a new shape and design now. New shape and design in the form of a pot. That in the form of pot you can see that is called a pot. Sand pot. And when again it is getting destroyed, then again it will just went into this sand. So this material body is just like that, made of 5 elements. It is being made with the 5 elements, and when it is just getting destroyed, then it is just getting destroyed at the time of when with full shape and design, that with 5 elements it is getting birth. After getting his construction, he is taking birth, the Jivatma, in the womb of some mother, and it can stay for some times. And after that again he just left his body, and all the 5 elements going into the 5 elements respectively. That the sand tattva will go into the sand tattva, and the water tattva will go into water tattva. That tej, fire tattva will just go into fire. Ether will go into ether. All these 5 tattva, different, the air tattva, what is there, it will go into the air. That will go in air. That ether will go into ether. All these things will go to the respective tattva. So that's why Bhagavan speaking.
Ascharjavad vadati tathaiva chanya. Ascharjavad chainam mannaha srinoti sruttapi enam vedo na chaiva kaschit.
That this Atma Vastu, that is very much surprising. That is topmost surprising tattva, object. Some people, that they are actually making a conception out of that what is Atma Vastu, who knows? That this kind of surprising object he is speaking, that this Atma Tattva is very surprising. And after hearing such things, and just by thinking of such things, that his direct realization he is not at all taking into direct realization this point. That with realization, that point, he is not just by hearing so much also he is not getting into his realization. Just by hearing that it is very, very surprising that which vastu it is. That he is just surprisingly seeing that is very, very surprising in nature. How it's possible? That he is speaking that is very surprising. Very, very surprising to the other people.
He is thinking that this Atma Vastu is definitely very serious and in depth. And just by hearing that, after hearing so much, that realization of that Atma Vastu is not at all getting.
Kaschid enam ascharjavad vadati tathaiva chanyaha ascharjavad chanya mannaha srinoti srutvapi enam vedo na chaiva kaschid.
That just by hearing this much, by hearing so much, that we cannot understand it. What is that Atma Vastu? We couldn't understand that practically. That is such a serious and in-depth vichar is there in that Atma Vastu. That in the Kathopanishad also it is written, Maharaj,
Sarvanayapi bahubir yono labhyo srinantopi bahubo jamna vidhu ascharya savakta kusalasya labdha. This
shloka is coming in Kathopanishad.
Sarvanayapi bahubir yono labhyo srinantopi bahubo jamna vidhu ascharya savakta kusalasya labdha.
That Jivatma, that Tattva Gyan, just by speaking this surprisingly, as that he is actually giving different kind of illusions inside him, and that preaching of different illusions is automatically there. That this human body is actually getting parajay, because Medha, this cannot get described. That human beings can't understand Medha. This Atma Vastu you cannot understand. And this kind of total wrong conception, when it is there, that different kind of Atma Vastu, that different vichar is being preached everywhere. In different organizations is being preached, and according to different kind of vichars, that they are actually increasing unearth in this whole material world, and topmost distress and sorrowfulness kind of situation coming in this material world. That this dharma is not at all Bhagavad dharma, this is all rubbish dharma. Like Narad ji, in Narad Pancharatra, it's already written in Narad Pancharatra.
Shuti Siti Puranadi Pancharatik Viding Vina Vaikantike Harer Bhakti Utpati Vakalpati. Utpati hai.
That is Utpat, topmost Utpat it is. That Atma Vastu, that to get the information, nobody knows about the information of Jivatma, Atma Vastu, because it's very rare to get that information. And if it is there, then you won't understand, because by your false ego, you are actually getting derailed by knowing that Atma Tattva. That Atma Tattva not in this material, it's not like that. It is there. But we don't know about that at all. We don't have the information.
Srinantopi bhavo jamna viduhu ascharya ashab kusala salabdha ascharya ashabhatta kusalanu seshu.
Bhagavan Sri Krishna speaking that, you see, this Atma Vastu, that vichar is very in depth in that full vichar you just need to make and go ahead in your transcendental life. That those Jivatmas who are taking this material body externally, those all who have come here with this material body, this body is temporary in nature, but still it is permanent. That this Dehi, that not this body, that Dehi, what is there inside this material body, that Atma, that is permanent in nature, it cannot be killed. It cannot be killed at all. That not at all it is easy. It is not at all, you cannot murder him. It is all the time permanent, transcendental in nature. That's why I'm speaking that for all the jivas, that ghost, etc., for all those jivatmas, just to have a distressful and sorrowful mood for them is not at all good.
Dehi nityam avadya ayam dehe sarvasva bharata tasmat sarvani hutani natam sachitum arhasi.
That for this to get unhappy for them is not at all good. The stressful mood is not at all good. If still you are not at all accepting it, if you still not accepting it, but still this vichar is there. Now up till now, that Krishna, that about that Atma Tattva vichar slowly, steadily by making that you have come up till this point, that immediately that Atma Tattva vichar you are actually leaving and you are actually directly jumping where? That this natural behavior is there and the rest you are actually just taking it away. I'll be just discussing it again. That Atma Vastu, what I have already described up till now, that Krishna immediately, that he has just came from that platform to here. Now Krishna speaking that you see that now whatever, if you are not at all accepting those points what I am describing you, but still your Swadharma means that Varnashram Dharma, that Vibhag, you just need to come into that. That all that vichar again I will be just discussing. Now that vichar is being actually put in one point, one place. Very in-depth vichar. If you are not at all accepting, but still that's Swadharma, that vichar you just need to make according to a Varnashram Dharma. That is your actual duty. That instability won't come inside you. That kind of instability won't come inside you. If you are actually if you are seeing Swadharma also and not accepting all that vichar what I am speaking, but still that this kind of vichar if you are actually hearing, but still if Swadharma about that, if you are actually having that glance over Swadharma in that, but still that kind of unstable mood is not at all good for you at all.
Sadharmam opichaveksho no vikampitum arhasi dharmadhi yuddhat shreyo anyat khatriyasam abhidhat.
Because you know this, that Kshatriya Dharma, this is the actual rules, that he will just die and again he will get up, but still he won't leave the battlefield. Especially this is actually Dharma Yuddha, that in front of you all those actually by the kripa of Bhagwan, that is actually Dharma Yuddha. That is your natural Dharma, that Kshatriya Dharma, Kshatriya Dharma you just need to follow. That is acceptable. So by this vichar also you just need to make this kind of conception that you should not get unstable now at all. There is no reason of getting instability. That is not at all good to have that unstable mind. That by Dharma Yuddha, with this Dharma Yuddha, that apart from that Dharma Yuddha, apart from that, it means that this Dharma Yuddha, above this Dharma Yuddha, nothing is there. That Kshatriya, that is the topmost absolute Mangal for you. If you are thinking of the battle, war, if you will just leave this battlefield, it's not at all good. Why? Because this is Dharma Yuddha. This battle of the Dharma. And Kshatriya, for Kshatriya, especially for Kshatriyas, definitely this Yuddha is there, because its work is to just fight on the battlefield. And this is actually Dharma Yuddha, this is Nyaya Yuddha. This is no Anyaya at all, this is Dharma, not Adharma at all. So apart from that, you understand that there is no, what other kind of Mangal is there? Very nice Mangal is there. Why? Because he is doing Dharma Yuddha. This is not adharmic at all. No, not a Mangal. That for Kshatriya, apart from that, something is there? No, nothing is there at all for Kshatriya. So now this vichar actually is coming, that as if Krishna in Varnashram Dharma, that he is giving the final judgment of Varnashram Dharma. That normal person, if he is thinking that this vichar he has made. And in the last, Bhagavan actually speaking this point only, that Swadharma, that you just need to follow. And you just need to follow the dharma, that is also good. It looks like that Bhagavan speaking like that. The actual dharma of the Kshatriya, it's already been told previously as well. That for Kshatriyas, that for Vaishnav, what is the actual dharma? For Brahman, what is have some dharma? For Vaishya have some dharma. All I've already told you previously. That is actually dharmic yudh, a mangalma yudh. This is not a mangal. And to just, that is to get, to leave your body in this dharmic yug is not at all a mangal. It is totally dharma yudh, dharmic. Very nice. That is topmost mangal you can get in that. That according to the Atma Tattva Vichar, that Arjun, his distress and sorrowful mood, what is there, is not at all good. And slowly, steadily, lot of things, according to the Shastra Vichar, that Bhagwan is actually describing and proving it. And at last, Bhagwan now, that Swadharma, in order to follow Swadharma, that is good. That kind of yukti, Bhagavan Krishna giving to Arjun. Slowly, steadily, he has just come up to this point. That for Kshatriyas, that to do war on the battlefield, if his life is going on to the battlefield, then that is topmost mangal, because he will go into the heavens after getting killed in this dharma yuddha. So like this, that dharma yuddha, about dharma yuddha, that question, that conception is being told by Bhagavan Shri Krishna to Arjun. That, O Parth, that Pritha Devi, that the actual name of his Mausi, that kind of Prem Priti, in order to just manifest that in front of him. That Bhagwan, according to the actual desire of Bhagwan, that this is not at all, this war is not at all, the 5 Pandavas are not at all, don't want to do the war to the Kauravas, as if they are actually making Bhagwan Shri Krishna as the topmost person, as an instanding person in front of Kauravas, to just speak to them by not doing the war. But they couldn't get the solution out of that, what to do. If this yuddha, if it is there, that it is not one kind of on-standing conception, definitely it will be done. What to do in that? In that material war, in this war, in this battlefield, who will just leave his body in this material, in this dharma yuddha, he will just attain the heaven after leaving his material body. So like this kind of war, what is there? This kind of yuddha or war, that is very, very, in order to get this kind of war, is not a normal thing at all. This kind of yuddha, this war, that actual yuddha, you can see this dharma yuddha, in order to just get that is not a normal thing at all. So you please understand this, that O Parth, by your topmost luck, you can just attain this kind of war, which is dharmic in nature. Very, very difficult to get this kind of war, which is dharmic and mangalmay. All auspiciousness coming with this battle.
Avidyayam antarivartamanaha swayam dhiraha pandito mannamanaha dangdammamanaha parishanti muda andhenaivo niyamana jathanda. Avidyayam antarivartamanaha swayam dhiraha pandito mannamanaha dangdammamana parishanti muda Andhenaiva niyamana yathandaha Vancha kalpaturvasya ke basindhi bhavaccha Patitanang pavanabha vaishnavabhyo namo.